very first episode of this podcast. This is the first of many more to come, brought to you by yours truly, Carina from Healergy. I'm your truth speaker, truth seeker, truth keeper, and I am so glad you're here with me today. Now, you might be expecting a polished, fluffy intro here, where I tell you who I am, what I do, and how I can help you. But I don't work like that. I've actually recently found out I'm a manifesting generator in human design. And what that means for me is I'm here to respond to what lights me up, not follow a rigid plan or script, even though, yes, I'm also a Virgo moon, so I do crave structure. I do love order and I love clarity. But I've also learned the hard way that too much structure can be stifling. It can actually block your creative flow. So this podcast, it won't be filtered or perfect or pre-approved. It will be me, raw, real, and responding to what's alive in that moment for me. So why start this podcast now? Good question. And this is one I've asked myself a few times now. But honestly, it came to me on a walk to school to pick up my eldest daughter. The idea just dropped in. And my first instinct wasn't excitement, it was doubt. Who am I to start a podcast? Can I really do this? Will anyone even care? Or, is this just another distraction? The self-doubt was loud, let me tell you. So what did I do? I pulled a few tarot cards and they spoke even louder to me, so loud, in fact, that I couldn't really ignore it. I pulled the Judgment card in reversed, which is a reminder that this podcast isn't about performing or being ready. It's about reclaiming a part of my voice I've buried. And to take it one step further, because, the cards weren't enough, right? I had to check my astrology, and there it was. Chiron in Gemini in the third house. The wound of being silenced, misunderstood, and the path of healing through speaking. And at the moment, at the time of this recording, we've just entered into Mercury retrograde in Leo. So Leo season is roaring through my throat chakra at the moment. And let's say, everything in my chart was pointing towards this. Use your voice, let it be messy, let it be real, let it be yours. So I'm doing it. I'm here. Not because I have everything figured out, believe you me, but because I don't. And maybe you don't either. But what I do have is this: a deep desire to speak the truths that don't get talked about enough. Those taboo subjects, right? To walk with you through the sacred mess of healing. To weave my personal story into the collective story so that you feel a little less alone and a little more seen. This podcast is not a marketing strategy by any means, okay? It's a remembering, it's a doorway, and it's me meeting you exactly where you are in this very moment. And if you're still listening, thank you. Thank you for witnessing my first step into something that feels, dare I say it, kind of terrifying, honestly. I kind of feel a bit out of my depth, but also it also feels very aligned, like it's very comfortable for me to be in this space. Natural, even. So I know on that energetic level and spiritual level that this is also deeply right. It's the right place for me to be in this moment. So if something in this stirred something in you and you'd like to stay connected, you can find me via my website, which is www.healergy.com.au, or come say hello on LinkedIn. That's really the only place I'm still hanging out right now, even though I am on social media. So you'll find me there too. Or you can connect with me via email at connect@healergy.com.au. And don't worry, all of these details will be in the show notes too. Okay. But if you're wondering what's next, well, teaser. In the next episode, I'll be talking about that space in healing where we feel invisible, like we're too much and not enough. That awkward, tender place of not knowing who you are anymore. And it's a space I've known very intimately and very recently, in fact. And maybe you have too. But until then, just because it was doesn't mean it will be. With love, Carina.